That's a good girl. Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Alright, so we're going to take another walk on this. So this is going to end up being a longer video. It is still Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. So, what you had seen in the last video is you saw some stone piled up over here. He has spread that out through here. And now we're going to take a walk and I'm going to show you how my road looks now. And I am beyond excited. Beyond excited. We had some serious ruts through this whole section here. And so we do not anymore. I drove out this morning and was really happy with the way the road is looking. If you guys heard in the first video that I did today, Danny, my gravel guy, will be here around 5 o'clock and he is going to be spreading more gravel. So what I'm going to have him do up around the turn here, start there and just go as far as he can with the gravel just in the ruts. So hopefully he can get a good long way with that. And I'm just, whatever, if he goes over anything that we've already done, I don't care. It'll just help it, you know, compact in there that much better. So as far as he can go, he's going to go. I'm going to get an idea with that load before he brings in the next load. But as you're seeing here, he came back and he backed over this with his truck as well. So it's already packing in very nicely. I've been over it with my truck, obviously going out and then coming back in. And but so this part here, and I'm going to turn around so you can really get a good idea of how much stone went in just into this area. And you can see it up through the road through here. This is awesome now. This was very rutted. It was very tough. And now it is not. So we're going to go over here. Miss Hella slept like a champion last night because we were up and down this road quite a few times yesterday. And so she did very well. So he also put some stone here yesterday. So, and kind of flattened this out more. So he hit that area, which is good. And that makes that better. This is what we're dealing with too a lot of time, guys. These rocks here, this is all bedrock. It's locked in there solid. The only way you take that down is with a jackhammer. And just start trying to chip off pieces off the top, and that's you know, that's one option. Now eventually, okay, probably not with this next two loads that comes in, but eventually we will start here, and I will have him run around and connect with over there, okay? And that wouldn't be a full load of gravel to get that part done, but that will be something that is going to happen moving forward, okay? Obviously now we're on the spot here, and for those of you that haven't watched the videos or don't know, last year, probably August, this is a 2/10 of a mile stretch we're walking right now that we put 4 loads of this number 2 gravel in this section, and we laid it in here very heavy. This section here was the worst section of the road. So once we got this in here, and again, this was 4 loads in itself, just to do this 2/10 of a mile. So you guys know the road itself is 8/10 of a mile long. So kind of gives you an idea of what we're working with, how much, you know, work we had to do, you know, with this. And so once you come out of the woods over here, when you turn and you go around and you come up and you come out of the woods, from that point to the main road is 6/10 of a mile. From the woods back down to the camper is another 2/10 of a mile. So just kind of gives you an idea. We're a total of 8/10 of a mile with this. So, you know, there's, like I said, there's been a lot that had to be done. And, you know, we're just trying to work on stuff and continue to get things going and go from there. So, all right, so again, this section here was done last fall. Well, actually, probably, I think August of last year. And it has held up very well, as you can see. And so I'm really, really happy with that. I'm very much looking forward to getting to a point where in the course of a year, we may only have to get 2 to 3 loads of gravel to fill in potholes or, some weak spots. That's the goal. That is the goal. So also, once we get everything the way it needs to be done, we would probably end up doing a light coating of crush and run over the top where the tracks are to lock everything together, and that will make that much more solid. So this here, I'm going to show you, this is what we kind of look at and deal with here as well. Now this spot here, right, last year, Johnson had 2 tires completely off of this and 2 were on the road. It was a muddy, rainy area. This was before we had this part fixed. We had to come in here and hook up to him and get him pulled back on the road. So that was not a whole lot of fun for him, especially. I couldn't imagine having 2 complete tires completely off of the road and not having 4-wheel drive. He was just in his car with 2-wheel drive. So yeah, that was not a good day for him. All right, so we're gonna continue around here. Okay, so this section here, he has put more gravel into this section. So we were up to pretty much level with the spring box, but he has put more in this area to build it up. Plus, by the spring box here, added more stone in here and added more stone in through this area. Now mixed in with the bigger rock, we still had, just so you guys know, we still had a couple loads of crush and run that were up on top because I was going to keep the shipping container up there, if you guys remember correctly. Well, he picked all that up too and put that into the road. So this section here, you can see, it's not the bigger, heavier stone. It is more of the crush and run. But again, so they get some of the bigger stone in through here, and then the crush and run is over the top of this section. So this section is looking really, really nice. So we have a couple spots here, obviously, that have nothing because they were higher spots. And but you can see in through here, this whole area, is now been worked on. The ruts are filled, and like I said, it's a combination of the heavier stone and the crush and run mixed in. And so we're going to come around this corner here in a moment. But you can tell, I hope you guys can tell, that the road is much flatter. The potholes aren't there. I mean, you still have some water. You got a spring coming out of the hill here. That water is going to flow through here no matter what. So, but it's definitely, we're built up more. So there's another water source, guys, too. Just, they're all over the place. They're all over the place up here. So when we come around this part here, if you remember, this is where the tree was down. And so this area here, he has added more of the stone and, going back to this point here, coming up through here, all in this area. This was very wet, was very muddy. A lot of the stone is packed in here really well. This whole section now is much better, okay? So what I'm going to have Danny do, just so you guys know, this section here, which has nothing, right, because it's higher, it's dry right now. It does maybe get a little bit slick when it's wet, but this whole section here, his second load that he brings in, what I'm going to have him do is start up here where we got the gravel there and have him hit this whole area through here. So we're trying to get some sections that maybe didn't need a lot of immediate work, but we want to make sure we get a good base down. So where you see the gravel ending up here, all through this area here to connect with that area there, that will be part of the second load. Now, I don't know if he'll have more left over from this, and if he does, then I would have him go down to the other turn and put some of that stone in there. we're probably, not probably, we're most likely going to still have to put in several more loads of stone this year. But, that's all part of the process. But I will tell you what, the improvement alone with what we had on top. Okay, so how many loads from on top? So you can see this section here now. This section here, guys, that you're seeing, okay, from all the way through there, through this area. This was very, very muddy. Stayed wet even when it was dried for several days. This area stayed wet, and so a lot of gravel went into this area here. So on top, what we had? We had the 2 loads of crush and run that were up there, and we probably grand total, I think we had a grand total of 4 loads. Some of it he had backed in down the hill, and then what we put into the other parts of the road. Now he hit this section too, okay? This was more crush and run in this area. That's that one big stone here. There's another bigger stone here. So he built this up to make it better in this area. Now this section here, we will definitely have to hit, probably not out of these next 2 loads, but down the road, I would have him come around the turn and just hit this whole section in through here again with a light layer of the stone. This stone through here was when we had the dump trailer with my neighbor Brandon. Brought his dump trailer down, and we did 4 loads of gravel into this section of the road, and it's been great since then. And again, this was another area that was in pretty rough shape, but again, I do definitely want another load over the top of this. That'll be later on. That will be later on. Before the snow flies, there's definitely things that we need to get done, taken care of, and those type of things. But we are just, working at things methodically as best that we can. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Okay, we're going to be going around the turn here, and you'll see some more as we start heading up the hill. But, and again, this section here right now has nothing in it, but it's high enough where it stays dry enough. But we definitely want gravel in here as well. Like I said, when I see how much he can get and spread out into the upper meadow, then we're going to make a judgment call whether we have him start here, past this pipe, and then go up through here. I don't know yet. That's going to be up in the air, depending on how much he can spread with that other load. I definitely want to make sure we hit important parts. All right, so he had put that load of gravel into here right now. We're eventually going to have to put a pipe from this point over to the stream, so it's going to have to go across that way, about 20 foot of pipe. And basically this one here will be just covered over. We're not even going to take it out. That pipe ain't going to go nowhere. It's solid. More stone was put in here, okay? You can see the stone that was put in this area as well. As we're going up the hill here, this was much, much nicer coming. And again, you see large rock here. That's not coming out. So he was focusing on this side through here. And, this is, like I said, this has been quite a project. It was a very, very long day. Well worth it. The cost, saving my back, all of that. And to have him come in and do what he did and take care of the things that needed to be taken care of is awesome. Unbelievably awesome. But again, you see he was hitting these spots, especially around this part on this side. A lot of the water runoff comes down on this side and was washing out the dirt and stuff like that. So with having the gravel in there, hopefully we're not going to have that issue. Not as easy to wash away that as it is crush and run or anything else. So, and we're going to walk up here. And you can see, again, more gravel on both sides. There's some Looks like you put some more crush and run here. Again, here is a high spot. One of the times that we came through here, before I actually had put some gravel in here, I bottomed out the truck on this spot. You can see the scrape marks on here, okay? Because the ruts had gotten so deep. I had to stop, put gravel on both sides, and that took care of that. But he's built this up even more now, so much, much better, much easier to navigate that area. Another absolutely gorgeous day here at the homestead. But now this whole section here, all right, you can see more gravel here, more gravel there. I'm not going to go any higher, but you can see where the gravel ends there, where he had backed it in. This whole section will have eventually another layer of gravel put over the top. Right now, you can see the spots. He was hitting the weak spots where the water is traveling down. Come on, girl. But, so yeah, so that's what we got, guys. Really, really happy with this whole thing. Came out way, way better than I thought. You know, with Danny coming today and not waiting to Thursday, that's even better. If I can get the second load in here within the next day or two, you know, I will be absolutely ecstatic about that as well. And so really, really happy. I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, you'd have to understand. Some of my group members will understand because they've driven on this road. They know what this road is like, how bad it has been. I mean, last year we were good. We thought we were good. We had, you know, the crush and run on here. Obviously, lesson learned that was not going to be sufficient to take care of what needed to be done. But unbelievably, what a difference. You know, driving in and out of here today. Now, obviously, once we get a good rain in here, which I think we're supposed to have, whether showers, you know, like a 20% chance of rain, I think, Friday, a 30% chance of rain on Saturday, so that may change. We may get nothing. They're saying Sunday's going to be more the day that we're going to get rain. So, you know, once we get a good rain, we can look at this and assess it and see where we're at, what it's looking like. And, you know, we'll continue to, like I said, here and there, we will have to, I see in our future this year, at least, you know, after we get these 2 loads in this week, we're probably looking at least 3 more loads on the road itself this year. And then, excuse me, we got to address this. So that will be something, before the snow flies, we will have a new pipe in here from here over to that area, crossing this way. 20-foot pipe should cover that. And, you know, probably the same circumference as these ones. And, you know, we'll just kind of go from there. But, like I said, really, really good, really happy. I know I keep saying that, but I can't even begin to express the joy I am feeling right now. Get out of there. Hey, come on, no. So really happy with everything. Much, much better. Come on, girl, get out of there. I don't want you getting hurt. Come on, Hella. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. It's a long video already again. I knew it would be. But I wanted to walk this again and show you where we're at now. Like I said, when Danny comes in this afternoon, I'll probably videotape him unloading. And, you know, show you guys that and see how far he gets. Depending on how far he gets, it's going to give me an idea, an indication of where I want him to do what in through here. All right, so, you know, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that you care about every day how you feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? keep hanging in there, guys. Keep prepping, keep getting ready. It's definitely going to be better for you if you do. Come on, come on. All right, so I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.